What do you know? I'm on time. Before I even do an intro, thank you so much to Latanya. I am so rarely surprised, but you have absolutely humbled me. Thank you so much. That was extremely generous. Latanya gifted 50 memberships before the live even started. So thank you so much. I appreciate you. Guys, like the video as the intro plays because we got a lot to get into.
Could somebody please make it make sense?
Make it make sense.
Make it make sense to me intellectually.
Make it make sense. You know what was up.
Surfer. Make it make sense. Tell me how you squeeze it. Make it make sense. Tell me about the things that you see. Make it make sense. Tell me about the things of your dreams. Hey, let me work out all the things in between. Make it make sense. Tell me how you squeeze it. Make it make sense. Tell me about the things that you see. Make it make sense. Tell me about the things of your dreams. Hey, let me work out all the things in between. Make it make sense.
That's a dirty, low-down monkey with a wig on.
First, I actually don't like signing my name anymore because my hand gets a cramp. But if you want me to vote for you... You're not famous.
No, my bad. I'm sorry. My bad.
What's up, Asmin? Checking in from Paris. I see you guys coming in. Definitely hit the like button. It is a way for YouTube to know that we are here. We're live. We're having a good time. Y'all, I got a double. After Latanya gifted 50 memberships, I needed a double. So I don't even know what's about to pop off. For the new members, you definitely want to check out the last members only live. I actually talk about kind of like behind the scenes stuff that happened with Fox Soul and my true feelings on how it all like played out. And you always want to be the person who reports the story. You never want to be part of the story. So all that Fox Soul stuff, it was a lot. Anyway, thank you again, Latanya. I am literally so surprised. I've never seen anything like that before. But anyway, a gifted membership, like you can be a member of the channel. A gifted membership just says this person is allowing YouTube to randomly select however many subscribers or which subscriber the membership will go to. So she can't gift one specifically to one person, but I think YouTube gifts it to the people in the live chat who watch the most often. But yeah. Y'all, we got to start off with the foolishness. And we'll start here really quick. It says, prayers up. Sheila Jackson Lee, long-serving Democratic Congresswoman and advocate for Black Americans, passes away at 74. Anytime somebody spends a large portion of their life fighting for, equal rights, they are due a rest in peace. I actually got the pleasure to meet this lady one time, not in a political space, just, out and about. She was very nice. So shout out to Sheila Jackson Lee. Rest in peace. Okay, let's get into food.
My nephew used to tell you that. Who, me?
Somebody asked Marlo in her live if she was a lesbian.
No, I don't like no. Strictly people. My nephew used to tell you that. Ain't nothing wrong with a lesbian, though. If I ever was a lesbian, I would be a bottom. No.
Marlo, okay.
All right. Are you?
If I was a lesbian, I'm strictly dickly. My nephews can tell you that. How would your nephews know if you were strictly dick? Like what? I don't know if Marlo was drunk. I don't know. What the hell? How could your nephews confirm that you are strictly dickly. Because they saw that old man going up in that chairlift that you got at your house. How would her nephews know? That's extremely dickly. Marlo, what was that? If y'all missed it.
Lesbian, who, me? No, I don't like no. I'm strictly dickly. My nephew used to tell you that. Ain't nothing wrong with a lesbian, though. If I ever was a lesbian, I would be a bottom. No.
Marlo, okay. All right.
Okay, Marlo. Shalita says, because they only see men come into the house. Well, I'm old enough to know that there are pay motels. There are expensive hotels, like what JR, Tamar's man/ex-man, took Tommy to when he used the Marriott points. Anything can be rented these days. You could get it in a car. Now, I don't know nothing about that because I'm practically a virgin, but you can get it in anywhere, I hear. C. Patterson said, Marlo not about to nephew me to death. Shout out to Andrew Gabor. Right. Okay. Yeah. Anyway. And last but not least, if you don't know, JT released her mixtape. JT is a city girl, but she is, I guess, solo for the time being. She and her man are, I guess, leaving the album release, and there's a little interview.
Weird as possible because all the weird boys got all the money.
Okay. And what's your favorite song on JT's album?
What's my favorite song on JT album?
I hope you say the whole thing.
Anytime somebody asks you the question and you actually said it extremely clear, chances are you are trying to look for an answer. You and that practically whatever it means. Yeah, anytime somebody is having to ask you a question in response to your question when your question was clear and direct, it means they don't know.
Bro, stop playing with me, bro. Why would you ask me something?
Look JT in the back.
Okay, good. I appreciate you.
Just keep being as weird as possible because all the weird boys got all the money.
Okay. And what's your favorite song on JT's album?
What's my favorite song on JT album?
He don't know one goddamn song on that album. What's up, AT2? I see you in here. Yeah, he don't know one song on that damn album. Did you say the album is garbage? And shout out to Armand Wiggins. Our JT did a documentary about the making of this, and Armand was up and through that documentary. They used his footage. So shout out to Armand for that. Armand is like the premier like rap kind of like commentator. Shout out to him for making it to the thing. But I think we should start off with Luenell. Let's start off with Luenell. So if you guys don't remember, Luenell set a little fire on Fox Soul when she guest co-hosted by asking Al if Star Jones, his ex-wife, knew that he was bisexual when they got together. Let's see if I can find it real quick. Here we go.
Look, have your opinion. I have mine. No, but look, Al was married to Star.
That's true, but never told.
Talking about how gay he is on this show. Did you come out and expose yourself to Star when you first got married?
Oh my goodness. I have never been not truthful with anybody that I've been.
So Star knew she married a gay man.
I've talked about this on this platform before. I have always been very honest with all of my partners about my sexuality. When I date, all of them. At the time that I date him, I've been very honest and open about my sexuality.
Okay.
All right, we're going to end on that note. We're going to go to break. Coming up next, it's time for what we cop and what we let flop. Oh. Wow.
Okay, so that was the question. Now Luenell is on Vlad, and he's asking her about this. So it may seem small, and what I take from this is the fact that somebody the size of Vlad is asking her about Fox Soul. It means that Fox Soul actually had a pretty wide scope. I have a small YouTube channel, but just to like point this out, everybody who watches the channel does not subscribe. A large content creator, like a really large content creator, had a conversation with me about this, and they said, I was like, well, I'm like a small drop in the bucket when it comes to content. They have people, Mr. Beast has like 1 billion views every month and stuff like that. And the content creator was like, well, you have to think everybody does not subscribe. So when you see your views, more people know who you are. And I was like, that is some scary-ish to me. Like, that's scary. Realistically, it's scary. It's humbling, but I'm such like I always feel like I'm a small fish in a big pond. But for Fox Soul to be a question on Vlad TV, it means that more people watch that than they let on. What's up, Tulsa? I see you in here. Chanel's Reality. I see you guys coming in. Chi-Town. Chi-Town just had a marriage in her family. See, I know people. Congratulations, Chi-Town. I cannot. That Vlad will definitely get me if I show y'all that. So we are just going to listen to it.
Ready? Okay, fair enough. Well, you did an interview on Fox where one of the interviewers was Al Reynolds. And you asked him, and Al Reynolds used to be married to Star Jones.
Right.
But Al Reynolds is clearly gay.
Mm-hmm.
And when you asked him whether Star knew he was gay, and he said yes.
He said, I've always been honest with everybody I've dated about my sexual preferences. That's actually what he said.
What does that mean?
Well, I think that it meant that Star knew what I like. However, there's video of Al saying, I am not homosexual.
Oh.
Yeah, I got it in my phone if you want to see it.
No, I believe you.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's like, like for example.
In all fairness, we don't technically know. The only people who know specifically what went on was Al and Star. We honestly don't know, in all fairness. Lunell's one of my favorites. She can believe whatever she wants. I definitely get it. But in all fairness, we all know Lunell. Now, I will say this. Somebody sent me. Okay, so I knew that Lunell worked for Fenty. Maybe this is the drink. I knew Lunell worked for Fenty. But somebody sent me, a friend of mine, no like YouTube friend, sent me it was like an image, but you have to like do this on the screen to see the image. And the image was we'll just say risque image of Lunell. And I had no idea at one point Lunell had a OnlyFans. I found out Lunell had an OnlyFans. But I did not know up until that point that Lunell had an OnlyFans. And shout out to Lunell for being a woman of a certain age and being comfortable in her own body and having no inhibitions. Just saying. Shout out to Lunell. I love Lunell. She's one of the first people when I had a very, very small channel who was willing to come on the channel. We just could not make we couldn't get the scheduling to work out. But shout out to Lunell. I like her.
My beef with Monique's husband goes back a bunch of years. I've talked about this before. And I feel like to this day, the reason why they pulled the bullshit they did about not having the interview come out is because I asked about the gay questions. I said, You guys, had.
Oh, Vlad, shut up. This interview is about Luenell. You are so mad that you did not get the coins from Monique's interview about her husband. Get over it. Culture vulture. Get over it.
Open marriage. Does that mean that you can sleep with men and women? They sort of, kind of awkwardly laughed it off. And then, I remember the whole thing when Monique was on Club Shay Shay. She was upset. She was saying how the beef with DL started was when she came on the show. They asked, would you rather your husband have sex with a man or have sex with Superhead without a condom? And she got really upset over that. Which, I wouldn't be surprised if this was a gay man in the closet. I'm not saying it's true. Can't sue me over it. But I just wouldn't be surprised based on the mannerisms and everything else like that. But I feel like most women can't deal with the embarrassment of the world knowing that their husband is gay.
Or the AIDS. Let's not forget that. See, I'm glad we're going to address this because here we go.
Let's go.
First of all, I have never asked to be on Fox Soul. I have been.
Wait, guys, we got 1,300 or 1,200 in the chat, but we only have like 300 likes. Definitely hit that like button. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. We have a good time over here. A lot of laughs, a lot of foolishness. Let's try to get to 1,000 likes pretty quick. Thanks, guys.
Asked to be on Fox Soul because Claudia Jordan is my friend. And when when she.
No, I didn't know it worked like that. So Claudia can simply say, if I guess her friend is big enough like Luenell, I want you on the show, and they make that happen. That's interesting. I didn't know that. I do know that Funky is really close with Dr. Heavenly. And like I told you guys, they really wanted her to be on more than they actually had her on.
She has asked me when I've been available. I've done it. I did it recently, a couple of weeks before the Reynolds incident, and the ratings were good, and people were like, oh, Luenell, we really enjoy her and everything like that. Now, I've been always wanting to have the opportunity. I wouldn't care if it was on Fox Soul or at a cocktail party. I've always wanted to ask Al, did Star know who she was marrying when she married him? Is it my business? No. Do I have the right to ask the question if I want to? Sure. Do he have the right to not answer the question? Absolutely. But I've always wanted to know. I mean, there's things you want to know about stars.
Yeah.
I got the balls to ask them. They don't have to answer me if they don't want to. So the people who think that Claudia put me up to doing something, that's not true. Also, I wanted to ask him because I knew there was tape of him saying that he's not homosexual, and because I watched TGIF, and I've seen him talk about all his sexual exploits and going in and belong to a gay sex club that you use condoms and they're very responsible and you have to fill out paperwork and all this kind of stuff.
Okay.
I've heard him talk about this on the show. So I'm like, well, as a Black woman.
Okay. I watched Fox Soul like a lot of you guys too. And I will say that back in the day, I watched Fox Soul for this long. Funky would have had a couple drinks and started talking about his exploits. Maybe because Funky was so colorful. I mean, Claudia would as well. Funky was very colorful with the stuff that he had to say about what he was doing. I just did not remember Al talking so freely. So when Al started talking about his exploits, I was shocked. I was shook it. I'm like, wait, what? You said what about a swingers club? Did not expect it.
Men who are amongst other millions of Black women who get duped by men who like to sleep with men, but they go out with women as a beard. And because of the rising number in Black women who are contracting AIDS from men who are doing the same thing, I just wanted to know, was he honest with Star when they got married? Then he answered that answer. And then I said, so Star knew she was marrying a gay man? I don't know what happened after that. I don't know exactly what happened after that. But I think I was like, oh, okay. I think, okay. And I just blew it off and they went on with the show. So ain't nobody put me up to shit. Can't nobody put me up to shit. I don't work for Fox Soul. I think there's a mandate where they can't ask him about her. What's that all about? Well, I don't work there, so I can ask him whatever the fuck I want to. And all I did was ask a question. Everything that happened after that, I had nothing to do with that. I was in another state doing shows. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like
I'll say this. I do think that some people marry for companionship. You see me putting up Elgin and Jack Gay. I technically... Liza and David Guest, and her favorite person, Michael Jackson. Do I think that people have intimate conversations about what they like, what they don't like? Yes. Al being bisexual and telling Star, again, I don't know. But I do know that there are people out there who they may, sometimes people marry for companionship. So who knows? What did I do? MJ, what's her favorite person? MJ clowned through this entire wedding. He was playing like peekaboo in certain parts. He was laughing and giggling, and he was like the man of honor, or what is it? Not the man of, is it the man? No, it's maid of honor and best man. He was the best man in the wedding. This has been in my intro before. MJ clowned through this whole wedding. Tyler Perry's baby mama. We don't technically know these things about these people. It's probably the liquor talking. Blame LaTanya. LaTanya is the reason I got a double. Blame LaTanya. Todd Chrisley's wife. His whole business partner has come out and said they were busting it wide open all throughout the years. I mean, I feel like when it comes to, well, no, I can tell you this. For a fact, what goes on in your neighbor's house, you will never actually know. Even if your neighbor is telling you, oh, I did this and I did that, or me and my wife do this and my wife do that. At the end of the day, the only people who actually know what goes down are the two people in the bed and whoever happens to see the recordings. That's it. That's it. Even if you have a best friend, you will never know completely the in and out. Elton said he would never show up to the circus of a wedding between Liza and David, and yet Elton married a woman. Go figure. And the camera guy. Yeah, I've just lived long enough to know that everybody doesn't tell you everything that goes on. And that's just that simple.
When women get mad at men, a lot of times they'll call them gay, as like they'll try to weaponize. Oh, you're really gay. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah, as a slur.
As a slur. Like, you're gay. Like, I've gotten arguments with it. Like, yeah, you're gay.
Well,
it's like, I'm not gay.
Oh, and shout out to MP Natural. She said, hi, I sent you a DM. I hope you look after the live. Okay, I definitely will. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram. Make it make sense now. I've been putting out little stupid videos on there. There was one other thing that I wanted to bring up, but that's okay. I'll remember it as I go along.
Yeah, that gets thrown around too much. Yeah. But then also, if you say you're bisexual, we do say you're gay.
Well, yeah, I think that's
because
good.
Most of the bisexual men that I see, I never see them out with the women.
Right.
I only see you out with the boys.
Yeah. I mean, listen, if you want to be gay, be gay. And I'm sure that there's lots of women out there.
That's the point.
Listen, like how many men have been with women, involved with women, and they had threesomes with other women?
Right.
I've done it plenty of times. And like
and 100% of those times you paid. Sorry. Allegedly. I don't know that man's business. I don't know that man's business. I'm sorry. I take it back. I don't know. People might be throwing themselves at Vlad. I don't know. I take it back. I'm sorry, Vlad. My bad.
The women I've been with, they'll do threesomes, but they prefer guys. Like, they won't get into relationships with women. But that's just...
Wait a minute, what? So the threesomes, wait a minute.
Yeah.
The threesomes with the women that you've had threesomes with.
Yes.
The women have wanted it to be two guys?
No, that's not what I'm saying. No.
They wanted it to be two girls and a guy. Well, yeah, clearly, because I can speak on this, because it's very hard to get fucked from the back and suck a dick at the same time. The rhythm is off.
I'll take your word for it.
Oh, okay. All right.
No, but I mean, like women are open to having threesomes. I found sometimes to please the man, sometimes they actually like it.
Yeah.
But I've never been with a woman that would actually have a full-blown relationship, like a monogamous relationship with a woman. Oh. They've always been into men, but that's just my experience. I'm sure there's lots of women that have done both.
Yeah, there's gay couples who fuck guys sometimes.
Yeah, it's just, you know.
Girls, I mean, you know.
But like, I've almost feel like with men, if you're bisexual, you're really into men, but you'll like have a beard or you'll want kids with a woman.
No, I think that in all fairness, I think there are acceptable societal norms. You can have Victoria Monet, who was a she was a lesbian, who got with her personal trainer boyfriend, who's now her husband, and they have an adorable baby. But nobody questions anything. Like, okay, well, if you were a lesbian before and now you're only with the man, do you still have desires to be? Nobody questions that because she's pretty, and because, you know, it's an attractive couple and they have a baby, and it's just a double standard, and it's a double standard that won't go away. To be honest with you, it won't change. But Vlad sitting here talking about his sexual prowess, okay,
yeah,
but you're really into men.
Yeah, we feel that way too. Yeah,
that's how I feel.
So, having said that, all I was asking was, so Star knew this, you know, that's because, you know, I know that a lot of it was about the wedding, and she wanted to have the wedding, and she had somebody to have a wedding with, and it was amazing. But still, even if I'm gonna marry a gay guy and we're gonna front off, at least I know. Yeah. You know, at least I know, and we're gonna have a fabulous wedding, and we're gonna have separate bedrooms, okay? Or something like that.
Yeah.
But to get duped, you know, if you duped her, then that's not fun.
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah. Look, then you got your guy Darius McCrary. Him and Sydney Starr are kind of a thing now, it seems. You know about this?
Yes.
That was a bit of a shocker. I've interviewed Darius before.
Well, clearly not deep enough.
Not deep enough. No Diddy. I mean, it's interesting obviously he has kids. Him and Corinne Steffens had a thing going on at one point.
They were married.
Were they married?
Yes, they were married.
Okay.
I'm not sure.
You might be right.
Sure.
You're sure. Okay.
Back to Superhead. All roads lead back to Superhead. All roads lead back to Superhead. Let's see. Y'all, we still don't even have 1,000 likes. We then gave 50 free memberships, and that still ain't worth a like. What would Gabor say? Y'all gonna sit up here and make me beg for likes? Let's get those likes up. And if you are new to the channel, please subscribe. We have a good time over here.
I've interviewed Corinne before.
Mm-hmm.
I've interviewed Darius before.
Mm-hmm.
But the Sydney Starr thing kind of caught me off guard a little bit. But then again, what's the guy from New York Undercover? Remember he came forward? Malik Yoba.
We don't technically need to get in any more into that interview. Let's move on to Ice Cube. I don't know why I lose connection. Here we go. For some reason, the sound goes out a lot. Shout out to the PVD podcast. They got this interview with Ice Cube.
So, did you ever have any kind of run-in with Diddy? Did you ever do anything with Diddy? Any projects you worked on with them?
He produced a few records, or had his producers do a few records on my War and Peace album, Peace Disc. Yeah.
How was he to work with?
It was cool. You know, he gave us great music. We flew out to New York, and I I was mainly in the studio with the producer. You know, he had a stable of producers, so I was in the studio with his stable of producers, and I think we did some great music. And you know, I really kind of, you know, lost contact with him and really stopped, you know, dealing with Puffy around 94.
Yeah. Any specific reason?
Yeah, I mean, you know, they was doing their thing, I was doing mine.
94 is 30 years ago, but you still feel comfortable speaking on it? That was 30 years ago, Q.
And, you know, I'm not the partying type. You know what I mean? I ain't never been to a Diddy party. Ain't never really wanted to go. But I don't go to a lot of people parties. You know, that just ain't what I'm in it for.
He's definitely separating himself from Diddy at this point.
You know, you've been the one, you've been to them all.
Are you
He didn't even acknowledge that Diddy was the actual producer from Diddy's camp that worked with his projects. He has distanced himself from Diddy.
Surprised at what things are coming out with Diddy at all, or you're like, you have no idea? It's none of my business. You'll live longer. Kind of like a mindset.
I mean, surprised. How could you be surprised with anything that happens in hip hop? You know, it's hip hop is the Wild West. So you're gonna have the good, you're gonna have the bad, you're gonna have the ugly.
You think he's being targeted, or some of the stuff he's got, you know, there's credibility on what they're coming after him with the tapes and the feds and raiding his Miami home, his LA home?
I believe he's being targeted.
You believe he's being targeted?
Yeah.
Now, Q, this interview has come after we saw the Cassie Diddy hotel situation. Do you remember when we had the conversation about how the world revolves around conspiracy theories? You saw with your own eyes what he did. So the fact that there is this government cover-up, you hear it a lot about Bill Cosby. Oh, Bill Cosby was going to buy a major network, and then all of a sudden his stuff came out. When people say that, they don't typically say he didn't do it. They just say, oh, because he was a man of color and he was doing big things and he was well respected, the people wanted to take them out. Bill Cosby was literally on CNN telling, who's that guy with the glasses, interviewed everybody back in the day? I can't remember his name. He's now passed away. Whatever his name was on CNN, telling him, you know, I put a little, you know, that's how he talked. I put a little Spanish fly in their drink, drives them crazy. You're married, but you're Bill Cosby. You're everybody's father. You're a comedian. You're beloved. So we listen to you. But no, it wasn't. It was Larry King. He told Larry King, I put a little Spanish fly in their drinks. They love it. Gets their juices flowing. But people want you to believe that it's only because he had aspirations for purchasing a large corporation that any of this got out. They never talk specifically about what it is, just the fact that it got out. Just a thought.
Yeah, I believe, you know, somebody, you know, has the power to pull the trigger to make, you know, this stuff, this domino effect happen.
Don't get me wrong. I do know that the record business, I do think that there are high officials who, you know, are part of the problem. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying in this situation, you've seen the tape. How the tape got out is now a moot point. It's the fact that there is a tape that exists of this man brutally beating this woman. I'll say this. You guys know that I collab with Dr. Heavenly, and she had similar thoughts, I would say. and we kind of like had a little back and forth on her channel about Diddy. And then the tape came out, and Dr. Heavenly came out and said, "Oh my God." And it changed. Like, even if you did believe some of those things about Diddy, or you believe the conspiracy theories, once you saw the tape, it changed things. And it even changed for Dr. Heavenly. Shout out to her.
Okay. All right. So you think he's being targeted. So you don't think Shook said you can say what you want about Diddy, but Diddy didn't learn to like young boys. He learned it from a man named Clive Davis. He threw Clive Davis in there. It doesn't sound like you're part of that camp. You're part of the camp that you think he's being targeted.
I don't know enough to even be able to be specific on any of this stuff. It's just all speculation. I just know.
What do you know? Because at first you told us that you've not seen the man since 1994. So in your 30 years, you have not seen the man. But all I had to do was put in Ice Cube Diddy. And all I put in was Ice Cube Diddy. And it looks like there you are with Diddy at a party. Now, that doesn't mean anything, but, you said you're not around him and you don't party, but there's multiple photos of you with Diddy partying. That's it. That's not too hard to see. And maybe you weren't at a Diddy party. Maybe you just happened to be at a party, but it's almost a requirement that if you're a celebrity, you do have to show your face at these things. So I don't know. Are you defending Diddy? Is it that, and I want to be fair to Ice Cube. So I started thinking about this before I did the video. Is it that you were defending Diddy, or is it that you have such a negative outlook as it applies to police officers? Because if you follow Cube, NWA and everything, you know what it was about, and that movement and that particular sector of gangster rap. We all know this. If you grew up in the 90s, you definitely know this. He does not trust the police. So was it that he was defending Diddy, or was he just throwing the police under the bus?
He was cool up until a point, and then this stuff started happening. So I believe somebody, like I said,
Cube is full of shit.
He's our new guy. We on this year or whatever.
In these uncertain times, if there's anything we need.
Not he was in the freak off. I can't see Cube in the freak off. Cube has been with his wife forever. They're one of the few couples who is still going strong. Not It's the Lies for me. Somebody, we want to know what the point was. I don't know. Even the interviewer was laughing at him. Let's get into Netta and Charles. So if you don't know who Netta is, Netta and Charles became famous because Netta was a character on TikTok who fed her husband every day. That turned into hundreds of thousands of subscribers who tuned into her. Netta has since expanded her reach. Netta is doing paid appearances, and Netta has a channel on every social media, and she is less of a, I don't know, like person who does skits, and she's kind of talking about her life, and it has really backfired. So if you don't remember who Netta was, because I'm sure a lot of you don't know Netta.
Charles, lunch is ready. Happy Tuesday, y'all. This is what I got today. I made loaded baked potato, T-bone steak with bell pepper, onions, and mushrooms, and you got some garlic bread. Are y'all ready? We got a twist to it today. Let's go. Ready? Charles!
I know this is going to sound picky, but I don't care. I don't like that kind of like bacon. If I'm going to use bacon, I want like bacon bits or real bacon. I don't like that red, whatever that's called. You see on top of that? Give me bacon bits.
Your lunch is ready. Here it comes, y'all. You can eat the food.
Not they both are in freak offs.
Let's see.
Now that's a real interesting negligee that Miss Netta is wearing. This is Charles.
Okay. That's a good lunch.
Yeah, sure
Okay, wait a minute. Hold on now. Hold on. Hold your horses. You're moving too fast. Okay, today we're gonna say grace, okay?
We're not gonna watch them say grace. But for those of people who did not know, Miss Netta has a really large following. Miss Netta has recently been on Zeus. She thought she was invited to the BET Awards, and that was not the case. Netta, a lot of people make fun of Netta because of the way Netta looks. Netta has claimed that she is not trans. She has recently come out as a drag queen, but prior to that, Netta just felt like Netta is just Netta. Netta came out with this rant. Some would say after, people were calling her ugly, suggesting that she had an STD, and that's why she has bumps on her face or on Netta's face. I'm trying to get the pronouns right, y'all. I'm trying. Well, Netta went on a rant. Shout out to the messy food spot. Sorry. Oh, I have no idea why it stops all the time. I have to stop sharing. Let's go back so that you guys can hear.
How you love me and I love you too. Check this out.
And another thing, this is to all the Black African American women. Listen at me and listen at me clearly. If you don't want me coming for you, then just stop fucking coming for me. Okay? And then you want to put it out there. Miss Netta don't like Black women, but that's what she's trying to be. No, it's not. I ain't trying to be no motherfucking Black woman. Because I can say some of the baddest things about some Black ass women that I know. So hell no, I ain't trying to be no Black woman. If that's the case, I want to be a white woman. Because they more smarter.
Because a white woman, they more smarter. Ow. Okay. I don't know. I'm not a therapist. I'm not a psychiatrist. I cannot diagnose anybody, so I won't use the term special needs. But I will say that I do think that Netta and Charles have some challenges. And we've seen it, we saw, in one hand, I feel bad for Netta and Charles because they have been thrust into the spotlight. They don't have any media training. We're kind of iffy on if they have management. And I do think that they have some challenges. But it's never a good look to generalize any one specific gender and or race. So for you to say this is for all Black women and then say white women are more smarter, I can't defend that, Netta. I can't defend that. What it was giving me was this.
Who said there's no wigs here?
I'm a natural white woman with blonde hair and dark blue eyes. Everyone knows this about me.
You with the glasses. Yours is the worst one.
This is my natural blonde hair. I'm a white woman. I own privileged properties. And
It was giving that level of delusion.
Y'all act so damn ignorant and act like y'all don't know how to get shit, and y'all just then you want to sit up and want shit given to you all the damn time, but then you want to cry about it. You know, so don't look at me and don't try to be, belittle me because I get on here and I fuss at you motherfuckers because y'all get on here, y'all do it. Ain't no white women on my page disrespecting me, cussing me out and all up.
I would say that probably has more to do with your demographic. It's your demo is probably Black women and gay men. That's probably your demo. If Netta had a manager who was worth whatever, then they would have told you that. So you're not going to see too many white people on your page interacting with you, donating money, or whatever they do on TikTok, send whatever, those things. Netta says she's a white woman.
I'm a natural white woman with blonde hair and dark blue eyes. Everyone knows this about me.
You with the glasses. Yours is the worst one.
This is my natural blonde hair. I'm a white woman. I own privileged properties. And you...
Netta. Oh, Netta.
Me and my husband business. Hell no. Because they know how to mind their damn business. But you bitches don't.
Now, at that point, Netta has recently been on Zeus Network, the Auntie podcast, where they asked everything from whether who was the man and the woman in the relationship. I don't know if this was geared towards them, but Netta not being a orator, or I don't. People talk about Netta's education level. I don't know that, so I won't speak to it. I just think it was not good. There's no defending what she said or what he said.
And then when I get on y'all ass, oh yeah, like black women. Bitch, no, I just don't like you. Okay? That be my point. I don't like you. It ain't about no black women or men. Because guess what? I get on the motherfucking men's too. And I know you see that. So it ain't just about no black women. So just put it out there that Miss Netta don't like black people. Okay? That's the case. I'd rather you to say it like that than just to say I don't like black women. Just say I don't like black people. Shit.
There is not enough makeup in the world, skin bleach, toner, astringent, to turn Netta into a white woman. There just isn't. Netta, we were rooting for you. We were all rooting for you. What is this, Netta? What?
That's what I be feeling and saying, like, oh my God. But y'all will get it together one day. I don't care. I don't care what's going on in y'all house. And y'all care about what's going on in my house. I put it out there. I put what I...
Right. People care what goes on in your house because now that is your sole source of income. People caring about what goes on with you is now your source of income. It's your livelihood because you put it out. So they care. When they stop caring, you won't have a job. And as I understand it, her husband used to work at a plant and now he's quit his job and now they do appearances. You literally cannot generalize everybody. Even if it was majority of black women on your page saying negative things about you, that is not even a drop in the bucket to all black women. What you said hurt everybody. So what will happen, Netta, unfortunately, is people are going to stop tuning in. It's like when Shawnee told the Basketball Wives viewers, y'all are too invested in this show. Well, then they showed you what it was like when they were not invested, Shawnee. I don't know the fix for this. I'm
so tired, child. I'm so tired. I'm really tired.
I want y'all to see. Y'all don't see everything that go in my house.
I don't want to see. And I could have lived my whole natural born life without ever thinking about who was the top and the bottom between Netta and Charles. I could have lived my whole entire life without any visuals of Netta and Charles getting it on.
And you'll never see what everything that goes on in my house. You're only gonna see what I want you to see, what I want you to know. But stop trying to paint me as a bad person or don't like black women.
Okay, JH says black women are the majority that are always bullying him, though. JH, what I would say to that is Netta has spoken frankly about the fact that when she is not in the blogs the next day, she knows that she's doing something wrong. There are people in this chat who hate watch me. There are people who never saw it from me. There are people who talk about my looks. They talk about everything about me. And I'm doing something in a public space. So I just have to kind of like deal with that. Hopefully the love outweighs the hate, but that's what comes with it. Netta is now, for lack of a better term, a public figure. Anytime you have 7, 8, 900,000 people that follow you, 1 million, you are a public figure. And with that comes people who will hold on to your every word. This was not a good look. And if black women are bullying Netta and Netta has the capacity to understand that that's where her money comes from, then she will need to get past that if she wants to stay in a public forum. I have hate people in my chats, in my comments, in my DMs every day. I never had so much hate in my life, but now YouTube has pushed me out to millions of people, and it is what it is. I don't fault Netta for getting fed up and for getting tired, but it's all in your delivery. You can't say that black people or black women are the main ones that hate you, and then black women are your core demo, along with probably gay black men. You got to figure it out. What do you want to do? Maybe this fame, celebrity, infamy is not for you, but you can't say things like this.
That's a lie. Like I keep telling you, my friends is black. My parent is black. My sisters, my nieces and stuff, they black. So it don't never say I don't like black women. Just say I don't like your motherfucking ass. Because you claim you don't like me. Just say I'm tired of seeing you.
Netta should just go back to the skits. Netta needs to go back to the skits.
Ooh, the ghetto. The ghetto. The ghetto.
And I don't like you. But don't put it on the whole race. But y'all something serious. Y'all are something serious.
Netta did go back, and I would say try to clean up some of it. Netta does have a YouTube channel for those of you guys who, oh, wait. I'm nervous. I won't show you guys this because you can't. Like, that's one of the big no-nos. Netta is now back on live. Let me see if I can go to her last live where she somewhat gave an apology.
So, like I said, who I do want to apologize to is my icons out there that misunderstood everything that was said, because most people didn't see the live, and by them shedding it, taking it down on Facebook, it was just the screen records that out there that they had to say, which the screen record did say, somebody said, I'm sorry. Somebody said, all of us, she did a super chat. I don't She said, okay. I see that all of us black women don't attack you. That's what I meant. I said, I hate all black women that hate me. Okay, that's what I'm getting at over here. If you was all
Pretty Black Girl says, and thank you for being a member for 17 months. Pretty Black Girl says, Netta also doesn't like verb agreements, but that's not my business. I know a bunch of Nettas. I want to put this out. Some of the things that people said about Netta, I felt were unfair, especially as it pertains to where she lives. Netta lives in a mobile home. I know a lot of people that live in a mobile home. I know a lot of people who don't even have like the big, nice, double wide manufactured homes. If you got a roof over your head, you need to be effing proud of that. Everybody's not going to have some elaborate 12,000 square foot Chateau Charade. That's fine. I really didn't like that. I don't like anything that feels classist. Just because you don't live in a mobile home doesn't mean that there aren't like millions of people who live in a mobile home. When I was in Iraq for like a year working for the government. I lived in a mobile home. And you know what it did? It kept the snakes out. It kept the rat. Well, no, there was one rat. One rat got in. And I stayed up all night till I caught that rat. And made sure I never ate in that room again because that draws rats when you're in Iraq. The point is, lots of people live in mobile homes, and that's not fair. I didn't like that.
Live yesterday, if you guys was on a live yesterday, that's what I meant. That ain't what I said from the first time. But after I realized that I said what I said, I changed it. But that's what I meant. I meant that I don't like black women that don't like me. That's what I meant. I didn't mean that the people that follow me or the people that support me and stuff like that, I love them. I got a lot of black supporters. I know that. Y'all, please. Y'all know, I know that. That's all the people that watch my page is black.
I try. Okay. Do I think, let me say it from a content creator's perspective. It is very hard to get up here and put on a show, talk about stuff, give your opinion when you know somebody's going to be mad at you regardless. It's very hard to talk about your real life, what you got going on to people who don't know you, will never see you. With that being said, Netta did not just speak about the black women that don't like her. Netta said very negative things about black women as a whole. So a lot of people feel like what Netta is doing is damage control now. Now that somebody has told her, this is your demo. When I say demo, it means demographic, meaning a large percent of the people who, follow you, support you, things of that nature. It gives damage control. But
women. And yes, I did say, I made another statement, and I had said, this is what I meant by this too. I said, y'all black women, and when I was still talking about the black women that don't like me, I said, y'all black women, I said, y'all ignorant, I said, y'all, I said a few words. I don't remember everything from the live because I don't have it, but I know I did call them ignorant. And I also had said that, white women, I said something about me. I said that y'all ought to learn how to white women sit up and they keep their mouth closed and y'all don't, excuse me, I said, and we don't even know how to do that. I said, because we all trying to fuss and argue and get our point across. I said, yeah. I said, I'd rather be classified as a white woman than a damn black woman. I was like, because y'all don't act like y'all get it. And when I said,
because regardless of people calling her dumb or whatever it is, this is who she is.
This is who she is, y'all. A white woman.
I'm a natural white woman with blonde hair and dark blue eyes. Everyone knows this about me.
You with the glasses. Yours is the worst one.
This is my natural blonde hair. I'm a white woman. I own privileged properties. And you...
That I didn't mean that I want to be a white woman, or it might have came out that way, but I didn't think I wasn't trying to be racist or nothing, because baby, I'm black. Clearly, we can tell that, So no, and you go look at any of my videos. None of my videos have me doing nothing. Yes, it did. One video I had doing with a white girl. She met me.
I did. I did watch some of your videos.
Can't keep up with all these changes and all these personalities. It's team too much.
In town, and she wanted to do a video with me. But other than that, everything I have done is for black people. So with black people, businesses and stuff that I have did promo and supported and stuff like that, all of them was black businesses. And they was black women, that happens to like Miss Netta. And those are some of the ones that didn't get it clearly, that may be mad at me. But a lot of people telling me they're not mad at me. Somebody got a number.
Well, that is true. A lot of times when you have a supporter Doesn't really matter who you are, whether it's Instagram, YouTube. When you have a supporter, they will hear what they want to hear, and so they move right along. The problem is the supporters that you have are part of your community. If you want to grow and expand, you need more supporters. So although people are in Netta's live saying it doesn't matter, we love you anyway, the goal for Netta, especially for TikTokers, is expansion. And that is what you unfortunately have probably stifled with your comments.
Oh, they didn't say nothing. They just put dollar. But, you know, I'm sorry, you know, and if I offended my fans and my followers, it was black business. Oh, they didn't say nothing. They just put dollar. But
y'all, okay. Did you guys catch what just happened? Netta is on her live apologizing, looking through the comments. Somebody sends Netta a $1 super sticker. Once she sees that it is $1, she does not acknowledge it. Nothing wears me out more than a content creator who feels like they have gotten so big that if somebody sends you $1, it is not worth mentioning. Every effing dollar is something that somebody did not need to give to you. I really do. Like, at this point, I wish that I could talk to Netta. I really do. I consult with a lot of people and I never charge them. I probably should. A big content creator told me I should be charging for my time, but I always feel like whatever you put out will come back to you. It's the way the universe works. If you extend yourself to people when you don't have to, people will extend themselves to you when they don't have to. The fact that this woman just saw somebody sent her $1 as she's apologizing and she doesn't actually acknowledge that person is crazy to me. And it's not just Netta. A lot of large content creators, whether it be on YouTube or Instagram, where you send like badges and all that kind of stuff, if they don't see $1 amount, they really don't say anything. And for me, if I send you $1 and you don't say anything and you meant not to say something, then I probably will never send you another $1. And I don't even think that Netta has, I don't think she sees. I really do wish I could talk to Netta. If I could have like a sidebar conversation with Netta and just kind of like share some things that I've seen, I do feel like I could help. But I don't really see that happening. I don't. But I definitely would like to help because I do think that there are some challenges there. I don't know if I'm saying that the right way, so I'll say challenges. Everybody is not a effing rocket scientist. That's fine. Everybody is not privy to managers, people who can help with like your publicist, you know. I don't know. Stacy Galore says, today I'm a white woman. Stacy Galore says, today I'm a white woman with this blonde wig on. Tomorrow I'll be a rainbow unicorn. Hashtag Miss Netta.
I'm a natural white woman with blonde hair. I'm a natural white woman with blonde hair and dark blue eyes.
Stacy's messy. Stacy's real messy. I don't know. I'm not a therapist. I'm not a psychiatrist. What I will say, what got me really worried about them is the amount of people that were in their lives that just kind of like tell them, go with this, do that, go with this, do that. I'll never forget the image of Netta's husband, Charles, on an operating table from we'll say like a plastic surgery center that is now under investigation, I believe. Charles was awake and it looked like he was in pain as they were giving him liposuction. Also, why would they do etching, like ab etching on a gut? Charles, they didn't have Charles do any weight loss, nothing. So they etched abs on a gut. So Charles has a gut that they took some of the fat out, but you can only take so much fat out. And then they etched abs into that. And then they made him come and show those abs because I'm sure it was free for the publicity that came with having Netta and Charles do it. I don't know. Netta says she wants to get her titties lifted, but I think she got a BBL and also some liposuction. But when I saw that and I saw him wincing in pain is when I really thought maybe there's something there. Maybe they are using people who are not technically, really aware of what they are going through. And that made me feel bad. Tea Time, thank you for becoming a new member. Somebody asked, not with titties. Netta says she is pretty hot and tempting, and y'all better watch your men around her. Netta says, I'll take your man. Thank you, T-Time. Lynn, Mims, you're the best. Thank you so much, Lynn. I appreciate you. I'm the best, and I'm also a mess, but that's okay. Like Lil Uzi said, weirdos, we're taking over the world. If you're a little weird, it's fine. You're not hurting nobody. That's not titties, that's fat back. Oh, Lord. Why are y'all like this? Is this what we're doing on a Saturday night? Anyway, maybe I will try to reach out to Netta. Maybe I will. I wouldn't mind. I consult with a lot of people that you wouldn't even think that have hit me up asking for advice. Even in corporate America, I'm in meetings and stuff that I definitely should not be in. So maybe I will try to help out. She can never have another moment like this. She has apologized. If you want to find Miss Netta, she has a YouTube channel called The Real Miss Netta, Mrs. Netta and Charles. So anyway, you guys can put in the comments, what did you think about Luenell defending Claudia and Foxhole? Belly B, my first time catching it live. Yay, thank you. And thank you for being here. Definitely thank you guys for being here. I do know that, taking off the days that I have, I used to put out content every day. And for this month, I've decided not to. I've been taking more mental breaks. Next month, I'll probably be in a little bit more overdrive. I'll try to do at least 5 to 6 videos a week. But for this month, I knew that I wasn't going to be doing that. Sometimes you need to if you're a new content creator. It can be a lot. You think it's just an hour of your time, but it could be a lot. Anyway, thank you guys for being here. I will see you all later. Probably tomorrow. There were some other topics that we needed to talk about tomorrow and why y'all should fly Spirit Airlines. And no, I'm not endorsing them. See y'all. Bye. Maybe. We'll end with our Netta intro. Netta made the intro, y'all.
Make it make sense to me intellectually.
What I love about Mims, make it make sense. He's a YouTuber. He gets the court record, so he gets the cases.
And don't you forget that.
I'm so sorry.
I'm supposed to feel sorry for that bitch. I don't.
Big Mims. Surfer. Make it make sense. Tell me how you squeeze it. Make it make sense. Tell me about the things that you see. Make it make sense. Tell me about the things of your dreams. Hey, let me work out all the things in between. Make it make sense. Tell me how you squeeze it. Make it make sense. Tell me about the things that you see. Make it make sense. Tell me about the things of your dreams. Hey, let me work out all the things in between. Make it make sense.
This woman obviously had lost her damn mind. She needs psychotropic medication. She pulls out her breasts and she's juggling them. Look like she's about to fall over. Stripping down butt naked, bending over and showing everything on the video, and all you could see was cellulite hanging in pubic hair. This is a disgrace and a shame.
A nasty, vile, gutter sniper, right about the
Somebody said, when are we going to finish the book? Maybe I'll do the book club for members only because there's certain things that you can't just do on YouTube. There's copyright. So maybe I'll finish the book club for Bling. And what else did we do? Hiding in hip hop. If you guys want members, I can do those in members only. So that answers your question. I hadn't seen it earlier. There was one other question I saw. Oh, how do you join a membership? In every video of the description of the video, there's a link to the membership. So for all of you guys who do decide to join, thank you. I appreciate you. If you don't join, that's fine. I appreciate you guys too for watching. I just ask that you like the video. It lets YouTube know that I'm here and pushes my content out to more people. So have a nice Saturday. If you had any drinks, definitely drive responsibly. See you guys later.